Have you ever witnessed something like this? Late at night, your cat is sitting quietly in the corner of a room, staring at a single spot on the wall, not moving, not blinking, not looking away. You call its name, nothing. You wave your hand, still nothing. Its eyes remain locked on that exact spot, and in that moment, a strange thought crosses your mind. What is it looking at? Some people believe cats can see ghosts. Others think they can sense things hidden from human perception. For centuries, mysterious stories and myths have surrounded cats and their unusual behavior. But what does science actually say? Why do cats suddenly stare at walls? Today, we're going to uncover that mystery. Before we can understand this behavior, we need to understand something important. Cats do not experience the world the same way humans do, not even close. Right now, as you watch this video, thousands of sounds, smells, vibrations, and visual details surround you. But your brain filters most of them out. If it didn't, everyday life would feel overwhelming. Cats, however, process the world differently. They evolved as both predators and prey. That means survival depended on detecting the smallest changes in their environment. A faint sound, a subtle vibration, a tiny movement, something that would completely escape human attention. That ability is still deeply embedded in them today. Now think about their hearing. Cats can hear much higher frequencies than humans can. What seems like a completely silent room to you may be filled with activity from your cat's perspective. Tiny insects moving inside walls, wood expanding and contracting, electrical systems humming, small vibrations traveling through the structure of your home. You hear nothing. Your cat hears it all. What appears to be an empty wall to you may actually be a source of constant information for your cat. When a cat suddenly freezes and stares, it may simply be listening to a hidden world that exists just beyond your awareness. Now consider vision. Cats' eyes are designed differently from ours. Humans rely heavily on color and fine detail. Cats are experts at detecting motion, especially in low light. They can notice movements so subtle that humans miss them entirely. A tiny insect crawling across a wall, a shifting shadow, a distant reflection, even a dust particle drifting through a beam of sunlight. What looks like absolutely nothing to you may look like potential prey to your cat. And because cats are natural hunters, their brains lock onto movement with extraordinary focus, sometimes for several minutes, sometimes even longer. But this is where things become even more interesting. Cats possess an incredible ability to remain completely still. Humans rarely do. We constantly move, we shift positions, we lose focus. Cats don't. When they become interested in something, their entire nervous system focuses on a single target. This behavior evolved through hunting. A predator waiting for prey cannot afford distractions. For millions of years, patience has been one of a cat's greatest survival tools. That's why a cat staring at a wall for 10 minutes isn't unusual at all. From the cat's perspective, it's perfectly normal. But there are moments when the explanation feels less obvious. Moments when there are no insects, no visible movement, no sound. And yet, the cat continues staring, motionless, focused, watching. These moments have fueled human imagination for thousands of years. In ancient Egypt, cats were considered sacred animals. Many cultures believed cats possessed a connection to the unseen world. Stories spread that cats could detect spirits, energies, or presences hidden from human senses. Even today, many cat owners claim they've witnessed strange behavior that seems impossible to explain. A cat staring down an empty hallway, watching a corner for hours, suddenly reacting to something invisible. Especially at night, these experiences can feel unsettling. But before we jump to supernatural conclusions, science offers another possibility. Cats are extraordinarily sensitive to environmental changes. They can detect tiny vibrations, changes in air pressure, subtle shifts in scent, sounds far beyond human hearing. Researchers have documented animals behaving unusually before earthquakes, storms, and other natural events. Scientists are still studying how certain animals perceive environmental signals that humans cannot detect. While many questions remain unanswered, one thing is clear. Animals often experience reality very differently from us. The cat staring at the wall may not be seeing something supernatural. It may simply be detecting information your senses cannot access. There is another fascinating possibility. Cats may possess something similar to imagination. Recent research suggests cats maintain mental maps of their environment. Their brains constantly track the location of sounds, objects, and potential threats, even after those things disappear. Imagine a mouse running inside a wall. The sound suddenly stops. The mouse is no longer visible, but the cat continues staring. Why? Because its brain is still tracking where the mouse might reappear. It is predicting, calculating, simulating possibilities. To us, it looks like the cat is staring at nothing. Inside the cat's mind, however, an entire scenario may still be unfolding. This ability connects to another remarkable trait. Cats are masters at recognizing patterns. In nature, pattern recognition means survival. A repeated sound, a slight movement, a change in airflow. Any of these could signal prey or danger. Over time, cats become extremely familiar with their surroundings. They memorize rooms, furniture locations, daily routines, the sounds made by family members. Because of this, anything unusual immediately grabs their attention. A new sound inside the wall, an unfamiliar scent, a slight environmental change. Your cat notices it long before you do, and often, staring is simply its way of investigating. But perhaps the most fascinating explanation has nothing to do with cats. It has everything to do with us. Humans are natural storytellers. When we encounter something we don't understand, our brains search for meaning. A cat staring at a wall feels mysterious because we cannot access the cat's experience. We don't know what it sees. We don't know what it hears. We don't know what it smells. That uncertainty makes us uncomfortable, and the human mind dislikes uncertainty. So we create explanations, ghosts, spirits, invisible beings, hidden presences. The mystery grows not because of what the cat is doing, but because of what we do not know. In a strange way, the cat becomes a mirror. It reflects the limits of human perception. It reminds us that reality is far larger than our senses. Every room contains information we cannot detect. Every wall hides sounds we cannot hear. Every moment contains details we overlook. The cat simply reveals that hidden complexity, not by speaking, not by explaining, but by staring. Perhaps that's why cats have fascinated humanity for thousands of years. They seem to exist between two worlds: the familiar world we understand, and another world that remains just beyond our perception. Whether they are tracking insects, listening to distant vibrations, following ancient hunting instincts, or noticing environmental changes long before we do, cats remind us that mystery still exists, even inside our own homes, even in the most ordinary moments. So, the next time you see your cat staring silently at a wall, pause before assuming something supernatural. Remember what that cat is capable of sensing: the sounds you cannot hear, the movements you cannot see, the signals your brain never receives. Your cat may not be watching a ghost. It may simply be experiencing a richer version of reality than you are, a reality filled with hidden information constantly flowing through the world around us. And for a brief moment, you are witnessing another creature perceive that invisible world. Perhaps that's not frightening at all. Perhaps that's what makes cats so extraordinary, because every time they stare into an empty corner, they remind us of a simple truth. The world contains far more than we notice, and sometimes, the most mysterious thing isn't what the cat sees, it's how much humans miss. If your cat has ever stared at an empty wall, hallway, or corner of a room for no apparent reason, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden science, psychology, and mysteries behind everyday life, don't forget to subscribe.